Now we're going to move into some advanced options for independent practice. So first we can use sheets or slides. So here I've embedded a Google Sheet. So kids can work in their own row. So let's say they have questions up here. Paul can work here and type his answer while Montrell is working here, while Neha is working here, and I can see all of their work and everybody can see all of their work. So this is a Google Sheet that was embedded. I take the link for the Google Sheet and embed it as web content into the Nearpod, and now kids are working and I'm seeing all of their work in real time. You could do the same thing with a Google Doc, but obviously a sheet allows you to break it into these boxes for each kid, and I can see anyone's work on that. Another option is to put it in a form. This is a Google form and it's embedded, so each kid will have their Google form, and as soon as they start filling in the Google form, I can have the Google form open and I can see responses in real time. I can open a sheet that will give me responses in real time. Each kid has their own. So instead of the example with the Google Sheet where I had to have each kid have a row and they could see each other's work, with a Google form in Nearpod, they're only going to see their own work. Each kid is going to have their own work, and they can put their answers in here. You can also put answers in as the pictures in as the answer responses. And then when they submit, they're still on that same Nearpod slide, and I'm moving forward, and I can always look at their responses and see responses in real time. I can also open this sheet and see their individual responses in real time. So you can embed a Google form in the Nearpod. They're never leaving that Nearpod. This is a student view. The student hasn't done it yet. They do it and they keep moving forward. Next one, for independent practice, I can embed a button that takes them to Google Classroom. I showed you that before. So this is just an image of that icon with the link attached. So it will take me to Google Classroom. It will take me out of the Nearpod. The Nearpod's still open, but it will take me out of the Nearpod. But this is a student view. I click on that. It takes me directly to that Google Classroom assignment that I am supposed to be working on. And then this is another option. So I just made a button icon and attached a link. This link takes you to Didax manipulatives. So it could be, if you look at the directions there, again, this is a student view of it. These will both open new tabs for me as a student, but they're easy way to open new tabs. And you can keep the Nearpod up. And if I need manipulatives, I can click on the button to go there. So that's just putting links into a slide. That's not embedding web content. That's just putting links into the slide. Now, on the teacher side, if I move that forward, here's another option. This is a really useful option. What I have done here is put in that same form, that same sheet, that same Google Sheet, but this time I'm having students off of Zoom. They jump off Zoom and they start working on their own paper. And when they finish each question, they're going to be able to take a picture. You can do that right in this sheet. So in a Google Sheet, you can go to Insert. This is not going to work all the way because I'm already recording, so my camera is in use. But if they are off Zoom, if you have them jump off Zoom, they can go to Insert, Image, and then when they click on Image, a camera option will come up and it will automatically turn on their camera on their device, on their Chromebook, and they'll be able to just hold up their paper and take a picture of that question. Then they keep working on paper. Same thing for the next question. I'll get every student's work popping up in real time as they take a picture, each student, each question, and we can see it all together on Nearpod. They're off Zoom at this point. So this is independent work that I'm seeing in real time. The last option here for independent work is embedding a self-paced Nearpod. So when I go to this screen, you'll see on the student side that they now have an option to sign in and they can work through this on their own pace. Every kid can work at their own pace through it. I can see all of their work in real time as it's happening, but they're working at their own pace through that because I embedded a Nearpod. For me to be able to see their work, I have to open the teacher view of this separate Nearpod, this self-paced one, because this one has to stay, the main Nearpod has to stay on the same screen. If I move forward, kids will no longer be on that screen. They will move forward too. So that's an embedded self-paced Nearpod. Final